1. The Whistling Woman of Black Hollow. Black Hollow is quiet, too quiet. Locals say the trees themselves listen, but the older folks warn about something else. The Whistling Woman. It started with hunters disappearing in the 1960s. Men who'd spent their whole lives tracking deer suddenly never came home. The only clue left behind was the same thing, their gear neatly placed beside a tree, and a faint whistling drifting through the woods. Old Man Rourke was the first to claim he heard it. He swore it wasn't a person. He said the whistle sounded wrong, like it came from lungs that didn't breathe the same air as us. Too steady, too cold, as if practiced for centuries. One winter night, a young hunter named Caleb convinced himself the story was superstition. While camping alone, he heard a soft melody echo between the pines. Thinking it was another camper, he whistled back. The woods instantly went silent. Then the whistling returned, but closer, much closer. Caleb grabbed his flashlight. The beam shook as he swept it across the trees. There was nothing, until he felt warm breath right next to his ear. The next morning, hikers found his rifle, boots, and pack placed carefully at the base of a tree, as if someone had undressed him. But Caleb was gone. And at night, if you stand at the edge of Black Hollow, you can still hear that same soft tune, waiting for someone foolish enough to whistle back. 2. The Old Mine That Still Breathes. Extended version. Outside Hazard, Kentucky, there's an abandoned coal mine sealed decades ago after a collapse. Everyone avoided it, except for a group of local teens who thought the stories were just small-town fear-mongering. The legend goes like this: the men who died in the collapse were never recovered. Miners say the mountain kept them, and kept their breath too. When you stand near the entrance, you can hear slow, heavy inhalations. Not wind, not air pressure. Breathing. The 4 teens sneaked in one night with flashlights and cheap cameras. At first, it was just dust and rusted tracks. Then they heard it. A deep inhale, followed by a long, chest-rattling exhale. Like something massive had woken up. One of the boys, Jonah, called out, "Hello? Anyone in there?" The cave answered by breathing in sharply, as if startled. The group ran, but one of them, Evan, tripped. The others looked back and saw his flashlight rolling on the ground. Evan was nowhere in sight. Rescuers came the next morning. They found no footprints leading deeper into the mine. Just one thing. Evan's fingernails embedded in the stone floor, as if he were pulled silently into the darkness. Jonah hasn't spoken since that night, but every time someone mentions Evan, Jonah covers his ears and whispers, "It wasn't the cave breathing. It was something inside it." 3. Grandma's Rocking Chair. Extended version. When Grandma Hazel died, her old cabin passed to her daughter. The place smelled like cedar, lavender, and old stories. But the strangest thing left behind was the rocking chair, Hazel's favorite spot. Ever since she passed, the chair rocked by itself, slowly, gently, even when the windows were shut tight. One night, her granddaughter Lily stayed at the cabin alone. Storms rolled over the mountains. She lay awake listening to rain hammer the roof. At around 2 a.m., she heard it. Creak, creak, the sound of the rocking chair moving. Lily peeked into the living room. The chair was rocking back and forth, smooth, steady, almost soothing. Then she heard her grandmother's voice, soft and warm. "Sit down, honey. You look tired." Lily froze. Hazel's voice came from behind the chair. Lightning lit the room for a split second. Lily saw the back of the rocking chair and the faint shadow of a woman sitting in it. When the flash ended, the room went pitch black, and the chair stopped. The next morning, Lily packed up and left the cabin for good. But neighbors say the chair still rocks whenever storms pass. And sometimes, late at night, they hear Hazel humming lullabies through the open windows.